A group that sold out Shea Stadium with just one hit. I'm John Beaudin from Rock History Music. Grand Funk's only hit at the time they sold out Shea Stadium faster than the Beatles was I Am Your Captain, Closer to Home. But they had some hit albums. By the way, that was July 9th, 1971, the night of the concert. They had the On Time record, which reached number 27. The Sophomore went to number 1. In 1970, Closer to Home, 2 times platinum. Survivor went number 8 in 1971. And we talked to Mark Farner about selling out Shea Stadium. What would you tell yourself something like, before, you outsold Shea Stadium faster than the freaking Beatles. And after the Beatles, it was people like you and CCR, Grand Funk Railroad, who were some of the biggest bands in the world consistently, just consistent. Before you got on that stage at Shea Stadium, would you tell your younger self anything, or would you just let it slide? Because knowing what you know now.
Well, I had it in me because it was in my songs and the lyrics of my songs, Brother John. I am who my songs say I am. So knowing that, every time I would get out there on the deck, that's what we lovingly call, the stage, on deck. I'm on the deck with that in mind, knowing that these fans out here expect to see that guy they heard in that song. They expect to see that heart on the stage, and I am really not to be prideful about it or anything, but I am the only one who is who my songs say I am. You know what I mean? Nobody else is. No combination of, I don't care. You could have the best guitar players, all this. There's just one source of that, and people that are fans, like me for the Beatles, and the lyrics that I heard and the sincerity that I heard coming from them, and the arrangements of the music that romanced me. I'm thinking there's just no other way, no other place to get that. Yeah, there's a lot of tribute bands that go out and try to be whoever they are trying to be, but there's no way that they can really become that person. So taking the stage at Shea Stadium is with love, without a sense of responsibility other than to my own self, not to the audience, because if I stay responsible to my own heart, they're going to love me. They bought my songs. It was my songs, all my songs that we played that night. I wrote every one of them, and I'm proud of that. But it stands up and it speaks loudly about the message and about our community, because back then it was before the deregulation of the FCC, and it was families that owned all of your AM, FM, and television stations. It was the 777 rule, whereby you could own 7 AM, 7 FM, 7 television stations. So it was in the hands of American families, patriots, real patriots, people with moral conscience. Wow.
Imagine that.
Yeah. They were concerned about what our children were seeing and hearing. I'll be. Where did that go? Out the window when it was deregulated. They started under Reagan, they started pushing that. But then the Clintonistas pushed it through in 1996. The deregulation occurred along with their global agreement on tariffs and trades, the North American Free Trade Agreement, most favored nation trade status for red communist China. Hello. What is it? Something in the milk ain't cream, Brother John. It just, So, under the moral guidance, we were different people, and we had community. Our rock community had all of these DJs that were keeping us informed, and the disc jockeys were a big part of our rock community. I think we're still there, kind of dispersed a little bit by all of the BS, but our hearts are still there. I still feel it when I play to an audience. And we played in Chicago here a couple of weeks ago, and it was a lovely show. Pat Benatar was playing, and we got to open for Pat, and I love her, you know, she's got great guys. They're very humble guys, no prideful stuff.
Did you talk to Neil? Did her husband Neil? Did you talk to him?
No, I didn't get to. We were having some technical difficulties. During our sound check, we got this fine sound check, brother. I mean, I'm looking forward to going back and having this monitor mix. And then our roadie, our head stage dude come in, he said, the boards, the matrix on both of those boards took a I said, what? He said, dude.
What's he mean by that?
They crashed.
Oh.
They crashed and they lost our mix. So we didn't, I mean, there we are going on stage with, we don't even know what it's going to be like. And it was a train wreck in the monitors. It was nothing like, I mean, it wasn't even close. They didn't have, the keyboards weren't turned on, and the bass was so loud in the right side, Phil, that it was causing my equilibrium to, I'm going, what is that sound pressure? And I'm looking over and I'm telling the bass player, turn it down. He don't know. I mean, because he's having, you know, a nightmare over there. But our professionalism pulled us through. I may have been singing out of tune. I don't know, because I couldn't hear my vocals. I did have no vocals in that monitor. But the people, brother, those hearts that I was talking about, our community, were in the audience. And I am convinced that the angels were too. Because they loved it, and that's who we are. You know, our music. We have hope in our music. If love is guiding us, and we have that concern for our fellow people, our fellow citizens here around the world, man. I mean, rock citizens. It's like we gather under the flag of rock, and it's peaceful, and it's loving. And all of the bands that mean something, they hold up that flag.
Remember, if you want to support the channel, there are links in the description at the very top where you can help us out with either through PayPal or Patreon. You'll get early releases, and you'll get to see everything before everybody else. Make sure you comment on our videos, subscribe to our channel, and share our videos. Share them on the appropriate groups that you may be part of on Facebook, or share them on Twitter. I'm John Beaudin. This is Rock History Music. More from Mark Farner in the next few days.